to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Michelle and I make videos to help you get ready for your 11 plus exam. So today we are going to be answering some math questions on the highest common factors. And these are quite hard questions. I'm going to make them a little bit easier for you today. So let's get straight into it. To be answering a few math questions on the highest common factor questions, normally known as HCF questions. So in the description below, there is a link to a PDF of 20 HCF questions with answers included. I'm going to be showing you an example of HCF questions because it is quite a hard nut to crack. So as I showed you in the introduction, HCF stands for the highest common factor. And we all know that a factor is the numbers that are times together to make a number. So then we're looking for factors and the highest one. So we have 3 steps to find the HCF of two numbers. So the first step is to list the factors, and it says it over there. We're going to list the factors. Then step 2 is to identify the common factors, and then step 3 is the easiest, which is to just choose the highest. So our question here is to find the HCF of 24 and 36. So step 1 I've done, it says here, factors of 21 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. And then the factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. So now we need to identify our common factors, and we can see here 1 is a common factor, 2 is a common factor, 3 is a common factor, 4 is a common factor, 6 is a common factor, 12 is a common factor, and those are our only common factors. But then now we've got common factors over here, and we need to see which one is the highest, which would be 12. And it's as easy as that. So let's get straight into our actual questions. Question 1 is to find the HCF of 14 and 21. So step 1 is to list all the factors. So the factors of 14 is 1, 2, 7, and 14. And the factors of 21 over here is 1, 3, 7, and 21. So now we're going to find the highest, the common factors, and then our common factors here are 1 and 7, and we have no other one. So then we can see here that our highest one would be 7. Question 2 is to find the HCF of 36 and 42. So step 1 is to list all of our factors, which we have done here. Our factors of 42 would be 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, and 42. Now step 2 is and the factors of 36 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. Now our common factors would be 1, 2, 3, and 6. So our highest number here would be 6, and our HCF would be 6. Okay, so let's move on to our next question. It's asking us find the HCF of 7 and 14. Now, step 1 is to list all of the factors, which we have done here. Factors of 7 would be 1 and 7, and factors of 14 would be 1, 2, 7, and 14. Now we have identified our common factors, which would only be 1 and 7, and we have to choose the highest, which would be 7. But many people actually find this quite confusing, and they will believe that the HCF cannot be one of the numbers that it is. But trust me, it is, because when you have a factor, say we have the number 5. 5 is like a prime number, right? So the only factors that it has is 1 and itself. So all numbers have the factors of 1 and itself. So you can get the HCF of the number itself. It's asking us to find the HCF of 40 and 32. So step 1 again is to list all of the factors, which we have done here. The factors of 40 would be 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, and 40. And the factors of 32 would be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. So then our step 2 over here would be to find our common factors, and we got 1, 2, 4, and 8. And our highest one would be 8. Now, this is where your multiplication skills come in, because if you're not good at your times tables, it's really hard to get your HCFs or your LCMs, because you need your multiplication to answer these questions. Because if, say, you did your times tables incorrectly, right? You might miss out the highest common factor, or you might get the lowest common factor, and that will cost you marks in the exam. So you don't want to do that. So even though the 11 plus is a hard exam, always try and revise those like old subjects that you learned in year 1 or year 2, because they might help you in the exam. 5 is our last question, and it says find the HCF of 24 and 12. So step 1 is to list all of the factors, which we have done here, and step 2 is to identify the common factors, which should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and our highest one would be 12. So if you did not understand what we learned today, please put that down in the comment section below. And if you want me to make another video on the HCFs, I will gladly do it. So thank you guys for watching my video, and see you again soon. Bye.